There is a huge amount of money lying unclaimed across the country in various banks. Huge means really huge. It was about 5,000 crores in 2013. It shot up to more than 8,000 crores in 2018. And in 2020, it is more than 11,000 crores. If we are not careful, some of us may have our money lying as unclaimed in the near future. Yes, our money could be the unclaimed money very soon. We can avoid it. Yes, if there is a will, there is a way. Hello and welcome to this episode of Jacob's Horizon. In this episode, we are going to discuss a very interesting and a very important subject called will. Yes, the will. The famous speech of Mark Antony carrying Julius Caesar's body after his assassination starts. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. To say that it is the evil that we do or the bad deeds we do are more often remembered by our progenies or the few generations ahead than our good deeds. Friends, in fact, many of us know some people in our families whose lifelong earnings nobody knows where it is. To avoid that, it's very important that we write a will. The moment we talk of will, people normally say, why will? I am not very rich. I am not sick. I am not old. I am not dying. Why should I write a will? Will is not for the rich only. Will is not only for the dying, sick or old. A will is for each one of us. A will has many purposes. Let me explain with you why we should have a will. The first and foremost thing that puts us off the will is that it somehow connected with the death of a person. Over a period of time, the society has actually associated will with the end of a person's physical life. I somehow have a different opinion. Will is a goal setting. It actually helps you set a goal in life. I wrote my first will when I was 28 years old, a young captain in the Indian Army. Not because I was worried of dying, because it actually helped me set the goal for my life. The second point that puts us off from writing a will is that we all think it's a very long, complicated legal document. No, it is not. A simple sheet of white paper, handwritten, is a legal document. Your will can be as simple as a handwritten white sheet of paper signed by you. However, there are 2 or 3 imperatives that you must remember. Will is a document that is written under one's own voluntary effort. A will written under coercion cannot be considered a will. Therefore, the will must have a declaration that this has been written by the person who is writing under his or her own free will. Secondly, any person who is a major by law only can write it. And that person has to be sane in mind. So these are the only 2 conditions that are legally required to write a will. One must be sane and clear in mind. Second, that person should write the will under one's own will, own volition in legal terms. How do we write a will? To be effective, it's very important that all your assets, both movable and immovable, are listed down. It actually helps you in real life to keep a track of what you have created as assets. It also helps you put down your liabilities, and if there are any, how these liabilities can be offset from your assets. Imagine something happens to you. Your children and your wife going to court and fighting against each other for your assets, the assets that you created. What could be worse? A legacy that you could have left behind. Therefore, it is very, very important that you write down your assets and clearly demarcate what goes to whom. And when you write a will, it's very important to date and sign the will and initial in each paper of the document. It's also very important that it is witnessed by two different people and they too sign with the date and their full name and address. A will doesn't have to be registered. Will doesn't have to be on a legal paper. It's a document that helps you leave a good memory with your people. But if you're young and you think you'll die after 30, 40, 50, 60 years, it's a beautiful document to set your goals for life. So every year, every 2 years, when you review your will and you understand and compare what assets you created over the last will, you would know exactly where you're going. As a young captain, my first will helped me draw 10 things to do before I die. I'm a veteran at age of 62. All those dreams I had planned, things to do before I die, have been done. Courtesy my will. So don't wait to become old. Don't wait to become sick. And don't wait to become too rich to write your will. Anybody, both father and mother, must have their will. Go ahead today, take a paper, list out your assets, and start writing your will. God bless.